Hello. So, figure I finally got my Vinegar Syndrome order in, all that fun stuff. Plus some stuff that I got off eBay, and I already had a couple of Vinegar Syndrome movies, so figure I'd do my Vinegar Syndrome haul thing. Uh, yeah, gonna do that. I guess for those of you that don't know, Vinegar Syndrome puts out like kind of well, I think they started off by putting out like adult adult movies, like restorations of like 70s videos and stuff like that, and then they kind of moved to like goofy action movies and horror movies and stuff like that. And now they're kind of getting bigger name stuff, which is cool. I mean, obviously the company is like growing, so they're like, hey, now we can get like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 or Roadhouse or Showgirls or stuff like that. So yeah. And then also right now is like subscriber week, so they're doing sales every day that are all like every day it's a different sale. And overall, Vinegar Syndrome is a pretty dope company. You can tell that they put a lot of love into the releases that they put out. Their special features are usually really good. And yeah, they always have, or not always, but 99% of the time they have like reversible cover art and all that fun stuff. So yeah, if any of these, like interest you, definitely check out Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, another thing that they do that other companies don't, I think they're the only company that does this, is you can like subscribe to them. I think you can do it for half a year or you can do it for a full year. And literally, I mean, it's a huge amount of money. I think for a year it's like $925, and then for half a year it's half of that. But you get like everything they put out for that stretch of time, which is cool. I mean, you go into it not knowing what you're going to get, so it's a gamble, but like I just think the idea of that is really awesome. And then they have like a million partner labels and stuff, so you don't get all that stuff, but you get all the main Vinegar Syndrome releases, which is cool. So, starting off, Raw Force. This is insane. Came out in the early 80s, and basically a bunch of like real cool fighters. I mean, these are like some real 80s tough guys and tough girl. They go out, they start fighting people, they're doing their thing, and then they go to an island. And guess what happens on that island? It's the final resting place of a bunch of ancient martial arts masters who come back from the dead to fight these guys. Insane. In a very good way. Then, next up, Christmas Evil. This is an awesome Christmas movie. Or Christmas horror movie. Definitely more of a psychological thriller. I think this is the one that this is the one that doesn't have reversible cover art. But yeah, Christmas Evil is awesome. Highly recommend it. Yeah, it's just real crazy. The dude just has like way more of a meltdown than like the guy from Silent Night, Deadly Night does. So then we got Demon Wind. So I grew up seeing this cover in video stores, which is why I bought it. It was a blind buy. I mean, I watched the trailer, but I liked it, but I have no idea, like, what was going on in this movie. There was, like, no internal logic. Somebody gets turned into a doll at one point. I don't know why. It just happens. Some people turn into zombies. They're demonically possessed. I don't know. It's real vague. They just kind of do whatever. Didn't have a bad time watching it. Just saying, I didn't know, like, what was happening at any given time. I mean, I guess I don't know, maybe I missed stuff. I could have looked at my phone and missed something, but for the most part, I feel like I was paying attention and I had no clue. Things just happen. One of his friends is just a magician. I don't know. It's and his friends keep showing up. Like, so the whole thing is this dude goes to like a plot of land that he inherited from his dad, and everybody's like, "Hey, don't go there. There's demons." And so he goes with a group of friends, and then yeah, like literally more friends just keep showing up to like replace the ones that get killed, which is convenient. But hey man, I don't know. Then we got, this is actually a new pickup. I got this at Half Price Books this weekend. The Killing Kind. So I don't really know much about this. Seems like a dude is just like, starts off playing a couple of pranks, and then maybe starts killing them. I don't know. I don't know. Next up, probably one of my favorite slipcovers. It's Hell Comes to Frogtown. So, pretty neat. Well, it's real neat. A little sexy frog lady on the back. Hilarious. And then we got the original poster art there. So, this movie has Rowdy Roddy Piper in it. Pro wrestler, also the star of They Live. All around dope dude. And he has to go fight a bunch of frog mutants so that he can procreate with fertile wasteland people. It's kind of like if Fallout was a sex comedy. That's basically probably the best way to describe that movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's very goofy. But, half of these movies are. So, if it's your thing, if you're into trauma movies, Vinegar Syndrome, good option for you. This is a good one. Tammy and the T-Rex. So, this came out in 1993. And it's got Denise Richards, and it's got Paul Walker. And Denise Richards and Paul Walker are dating. And I don't remember if he gets killed or if they just do it to do it. But his brain ends up in this giant animatronic T-Rex. And he gets revenge on the people that did that to him as a giant animatronic T-Rex. And Denise Richards is still in love with him. And yeah. That's basically it. So apparently this originally it was mostly seen as a PG-13 movie when it was filmed as like an R-rated movie. And so this version of the film comes with both cuts, which is pretty cool. I haven't watched the PG-13 one because I don't care. Because the R-rated cut, I mean, if I can watch like gore and stuff, I'm going to watch that version. But it is fun because the reversible cover art is reflective of that. So this is like the R-rated cover art, and then this is like, there's no gore or anything. Like, this is the PG-13 rated one, which is fun. Moving on. We got Spookies. And I have not watched this yet. It's definitely going to be viewed sooner rather than later. Kind of just looks like people go to a haunted house and then the makers of the movie threw like every practical effect at the wall. Like, that's the best way to describe it. Like, I watched the trailer, and there's like 50 different kinds of monsters in that trailer. And I'm here for it. I love practical effects, as I'm sure I've said. Um, so yeah, I'm just like super pumped. I'm excited to get into spookies. Wah. Next up, Dolly Dearest. This came out in the 90s, like early 90s, I think. 1991, real early 90s. And, Dogs had come out, Child's Play had come out. Actually, by that point, I think a couple of Child's Plays had come out. Um, Maybe even a few, not just a couple. Um, and so this is kind of a killer doll movie, as it were. But this has a crazy, like, Aztec curse that brings the dolls to life. And it's got Denise Crosby in it from Pet Cemetery and Star Trek The Next Generation. So that's fun. And Rip Torn from Men in Black, he's in there. Yeah, I dig it. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's a fun movie. And the doll, like, or dolls, I guess, they get like, they kind of, they look gnarly. Is all I'm gonna say. They end up looking very creepy and gross. I haven't seen this one. I picked this up on Black Friday. I mean, I guess I could quickly show you. Let's see. Black Friday already had Christmas Evil. Black Friday, half price books. Black Friday already had Tammy and the T-Rex. Black Friday. Anyway, now that I've done that, I don't know if anybody cares, but I guess I'll point out if I already had it or if it was Black Friday or eBay or whatever. I don't know. So, this was Black Friday movie, Grave Robbers. It's a Mexican horror movie from the 80s, and I'm on board with that. I want to check out more, like, foreign films, especially from, like, the 80s, like, that era of horror. Because for me personally, I think the 80s is probably my favorite decade for horror movies, just because I feel like the effects and everything were just like, everything was blowing up, and it was, it wasn't CGI yet, so it was all practical for the most part, and yeah, the 80s have just always really resonated with me, horror-wise. And so it'd be cool to check out more, like, foreign movies from that period to see, like, what was going on in other countries in the 80s or, whenever. So, yeah, Grave Robbers, Mexican horror movie from the 80s. I think it's like a supernatural slasher, maybe? I'm not 100%. I think there's black magic and stuff. I haven't seen this, so. But I got it because we already had Cemetery of Terror, which is directed by the same guy. And there's another movie he did that I also picked up. This was his first movie. Ruben Galindo Jr. Is his name. This also came out in the 80s. And it's like a zombie movie. So, yeah. Another Mexican horror flick. And then the other movie that he directed is Don't Panic, which I have not seen yet, but I think it's like a supernatural, like it gets compared to like Nightmare on Elm Street. So I'm real interested to see what this is. It's another 80s Mexican movie, by the way. So, yeah, Cemetery Terror, Don't Panic, and Grave Robbers were all directed by the same guy. So, yeah. Grave Robber and Don't Panic were Black Friday pickups, and Cemetery Terror we already had. Another Black Friday pickup, Fade to Black. This had been on my list to watch for a really long time, and I finally got around to watching it. And it's great. Like, it is very good. Like, 1980. It's got the Dennis Christopher, I think is his name. Yeah, and like the only other thing I had seen him in was like the original It miniseries. And so it was cool seeing that guy in something else, and he was great in this. And then Mickey Rourke is also in it briefly, but yeah. So it's like basically this dude that's super into movies just kind of spirals into madness, and he starts dressing up like movie characters and killing people. So super fun like slasher movie before they turned into kind of a paint by numbers thing. So yeah, Fade to Black, definitely recommend it. Um, so this is one that I got off eBay, and I actually just got it tonight. It showed up, and I'm just pumped. It looks like a very me movie. It's called Death Promise, and filthy rich landlords get away with murder. It's time they pay for it. So I'm pretty sure this dude just like goes around and like beats the crap out of landlords, and it's got a sick reversible cover. And you know, I can get behind that. I can definitely dig that. Just yeah, 1970s dude in New York going around beating up landlords and probably killing them. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but on board, and it's got this rad slipcover. Also, I guess I haven't really said it. Vinegar Syndrome, their packaging, like if you could find their stuff with the slipcovers, it's rad. Like usually stuff's embossed. They just have really cool designs. If you can get stuff with the slip, definitely recommend it. Next up was a Black Friday one. I haven't watched it yet. It's called The Lamp. And, you know, make a wish if you dare. That person looks like they had a real bad time. So maybe don't wish to get, like, folded in half. Probably a bad wish. Don't do that. I don't know. This was also known as The Outing. Kind of just seems like it might be like a goofy genie movie, which I'm down for because I like all the Wishmaster movies, and I grew up watching Aladdin. So, you know, hey, what you gonna do? Then we got this is one that I watched over the weekend actually, and it was pretty good. Shallow Grave, where the most feared killer wears a badge. So basically, these four ladies go on a road trip, and they're going from, I don't know, somewhere to Florida. They're going from north down to Florida. And they end up, I think, getting a flat tire or something in Georgia. And, you know, they're like waiting around their car. One of them leaves to go to a gas station, and one of them's like, I gotta go pee. So she like goes out into the woods to do that, and she sees a dude commit a murder. And it turns out that dude is the sheriff. And the rest of the movie is the girls being hunted by this sheriff because who are they going to turn to? Who are they going to talk to? Who's going to believe him? Because the lawman's the one that did it. Very tense, very gnarly. Yeah, definitely recommended it. So this was an eBay pickup. It's Christopher Lambert's Resurrection. It sounds like this is kind of a poor man's Seven, which I can kind of get behind. Ooh. Came out in 1999. I think the killer's trying to like rebuild Jesus or something. I don't know. I'm on board. The cover is super cool. So even if the movie sucks, it's got Christopher Lambert in it, and it's got a cool cover. So I'll take it. I can double feature it with Seven, and then if it sucks, it'll suck even harder. This is another eBay one. Blades. It's just the movie Jaws, except it takes place on a golf course, and instead of a shark, it's a lawnmower. So it's kind of fun, you know. Then we got The Laughing Dead. This is one that I already had. No. This is a Black Friday pickup, but I've already seen it. I think, yeah, that's what it was. Oh, there's boobs on there. Sorry, didn't realize. So this is like, The Laughing Dead. This was made in 1989, and it's about like Aztec demons and stuff. And the practical effects are all very fun. And yeah, just I don't know. I had a good time watching Laughing Dead. So yeah. Ooh. Next up, we got a very fancy 4K creature feature. It's Ticks. Look at that. Oh man. Little Seth Green. Got some Clint Howard, so you know it's going to be a good movie. He's infested. So what's cool is this is a nice hard box. And then, whoa, boom. It's also got a slip. And it's a 4K. So, yeah. Ticks is exactly what you think it is. It is a movie about giant monster ticks. I mean, they're not like that big, but they're like the size of your fist, and that's real big for a tick. So, and Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is in it. So, if you're in the mood for a goofy creature feature, hey, ticks. Next up, this one I actually really liked. Creature. So, basically, this is a giant alien ripoff. It came out in 1985, and so much of this is just entirely ripped off from Alien, and I don't even care. It's good. It was a fun movie with some like surprisingly good sets and some fun gore, and it's got Klaus Kinski in it, so that makes it weird. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. This also comes with a different cut because the director originally wanted to call the movie The Titan Find. And so that is 100 minutes and Creature is 95. I haven't watched the Titan Find yet, so I don't know how it changes. I don't know if it's like the same movie but with 5 extra minutes, or if they, moved scenes around or, took stuff out or what. But I'll probably give it a couple of weeks and then check that out because I don't want to immediately watch what could be the same movie again. It was good, but it wasn't that good. Then we got Ebola Syndrome. I already had this. Creature and Ticks were Black Friday pickups, if I didn't say that. Because I'm losing my memory. I don't even know. Already had Ebola Syndrome. This is just kind of a mean movie. Basically, this dude played by Anthony Wong, who was also in like The Untold Story and a bunch of other random stuff, just plays this total jerk, and he killed some people, flees Hong Kong, and ends up in Africa where he gets Ebola, and he's like a carrier. He doesn't actually get the symptoms. And then he just basically goes around infecting people with Ebola and killing them, and just being a real jerk the whole movie. He sucks. He's not a great guy. Lots of real like super dark humor and stuff in it. Definitely not for everybody. Definitely not for everybody. But I don't know. I didn't hate it. Then we got a double feature. We got Hard Rock Zombies and Slaughterhouse Rock. I got this because I heard Slaughterhouse Rock was really good, And I haven't checked either of them out yet, but Hard Rock Zombies looks like it could be fun too. Um, and yeah, they're just 80s, I guess, heavy metal horror movies. I don't know. I know Hard Rock Zombies actually has music and stuff in it. I don't know as much about Slaughterhouse Rock, but I've heard this is a good movie. So we shall see. This is a Black Friday pickup. Then we got an eBay pickup, Righting Wrongs. This is a martial arts movie that I've heard is real good. It's a 3-disc, so you get like several cuts of the movie, and then the third disc is a martial art. It's like a documentary on martial arts films that came out in the 90s, and it's hosted by John Saxon, which is fun. So I'm actually really excited to watch this and then watch that documentary, because I think it's just a bunch of footage of different martial arts movies and stuff, and has like interviews and stuff. So I don't know, it'll probably just make me want to buy more martial arts movies, which, I mean, I'm not like mad about that. Then we got that was an eBay one. This is an eBay one. The Iceman Cometh. So these eBay purchases were movies that I wanted to get on Black Friday, that I just like panicked and forgot about. So in the month that Vinegar Syndrome's website was down so that they could promote all their partner labels, I made a bunch of eBay purchases. So yeah, this is apparently like a screwball comedy, which is funny. Like you wouldn't like get that based off the cover, but apparently it's a screwball comedy where some people in like, I guess feudal China get frozen and then thawed out in modern times. Well, modern for 1989, and they keep, they got to fight each other or whatever, but it's still just like, them trying to figure out what modern life is like. I don't know. Sounded fun, and I like martial arts movies. So, this was Black Friday, Burning Paradise. Highly recommend this. I watched it as soon as I got it. It's just a super rad martial arts movie that's really violent. There's like actual like really good gore and stuff in it. This movie, I mean, man, I haven't gone through everything yet, but like, if you're into martial arts or if you're curious about them, like you want to get into the genre, I feel like this is like a pretty good purchase. Like when I turned this movie off, I was actually just like, man, I could probably watch that again. It was just super cool. And yeah, there's like, it has like Mortal Kombat vibes, but with, cool choreography and stuff. I don't know. I really honestly recommend that one like a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is one that I already had. So I'm going to preface this by saying this movie rules. And Burning Paradise and this are probably two of the ones that I feel the most confident in recommending. And that is Freeway, with Kiefer Sutherland and Reese Witherspoon. Came out in 1996. This is, in my opinion, the best performance that Reese Witherspoon has ever put out. Like, yeah, this movie is awesome. I mean, it's a little rough, but it's basically like a weird retelling of like Little Red Riding Hood, and Kiefer Sutherland is the wolf essentially, and like Reese Witherspoon is just a really just a real mean lady. But it's good. I don't know. I really like. I saw this on DVD. a few years ago now, and like as soon as I found out they put it out on 4K, I was like, oh okay, like instantly buying that. Like didn't even have to think about it because yeah, this movie awesome. Everybody I've shown it to has thoroughly enjoyed it as well. So I don't know if that counts for anything, but hey, this I am actually currently watching this right now. Well, not currently because I'm doing this, but I'm like halfway through it. Frostbiter, The Wrath of the Wendigo. So this basically, from what I've gathered so far, it's basically an Evil Dead movie. Like the filmmaker definitely saw Evil Dead and was like, I want to do that too, and I'll throw in a Wendigo. Uh, and so far I'm digging it. It's super, super goofy. I mean, it's, you know, I am pretty sure this was originally a Trauma movie. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little Trauma symbol down there. And it says, no hunting in Traumaville right there. So, yeah, it definitely was put out by Trauma at some point. And also, God, what's his name? Ron Ashton? Let me double check. Bum, 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 bum. You really not saying on the back? Yeah, Ron Ashton. Okay. So, like, the guitarist for the Stooges, like Iggy and the Stooges, Iggy Pop and the Stooges, the guitarist is, like, the main character in this, which is, you know, sure. Seems fun. I like it. This is a Black Friday pickup. This is a box set. This is Made in Hong Kong, Volume 1. So you get like, it's 3 movies in a nice hard case. You get The Demon's Baby, Erotic Nightmare, and The Deadly Camp. And you also, inside the hard box, you get a book, which I'm always pumped for, you know? Give me more things to use to learn about movies and whatnot. And then obviously you get the movies. So, yeah, I haven't watched any of these. I'll get around to it soon. I have a lot of other stuff that I'm really pumped about a lot of this stuff. So it's tough to kind of choose what I want to watch next. So yeah, that's the Made in Hong Kong box set. Then we got another Black Friday pickup, Biozombie. I watched this the other night, and it was real fun. It's kind of like definitely Dawn of the Dead vibes. It came out in 1998 and takes place in a mall in Hong Kong. And yeah, it's you know, kind of a horror comedy that gets like surprisingly dark at points. And yeah, it's just about 2 dudes that are kind of just almost like Beavis and Butthead level, like just goobers. And they accidentally start a zombie apocalypse. So it's them kind of dealing with that. But I had a good time with it. I'm excited to check out some of the special features and stuff because I'd be curious to see like what if there were any other influences and things in the movie besides the obvious one of Dawn of the Dead. Next up, we got the Devonsville Terror, which I don't know a ton about, but I think it's like I think this town is full of like real lame dudes that are like, oh, there's women that went to college, so they must be witches. And they like go after them. So I'm not really sure, but it sounded interesting. I like supernatural movies. So yeah, figured I'd check it out. Then we got a double feature, Vacations of Terror 1 and 2, more Mexican horror from the 80s, or 89 and 90, sorry. And I think they're like demon movies. Like I think this girl gets like demonically possessed with her doll and like crazy stuff happens, and then in the second one, there's that guy and presumably other demons. So don't know a whole lot about it, but it I'm into that Mexican horror. So very pumped to check it out. Then this was, yeah, Vacation to Terror was Black Friday. Devonsville Terror was eBay. This one that I already had called Gorgo, and it's basically just a British Godzilla movie. I mean, that's it. And what's super cool is it comes with the poster, and just like the Trimmers 2 set from Arrow, it's a nice like anatomic poster of Gorgo, which is awesome. I want a book of all these monsters just in anatomic drawings. Somebody made that. Please let me know. I will buy that book. I will buy that book. I just want to look at the insides of monsters, all right? Then this is one from eBay that I picked up. It actually showed up today. Ghost Nursing. I think it's like a weird black magic movie with like a demon baby or something. So kind of up my alley, And the reversible cover art is like insane. So first off, the disc art, like, that's a weird little baby monster. I'm on board with that. And then the reversible art, like, what's going on here? I don't even know. I'm into it. Just a lot. So definitely pumped to check this out. Came out in 1982. So I'm getting Boxer's Omen vibes from it, kind of. So, and I liked that. So then we have another box set. This one also came in today. This is from eBay. Very pumped. This is the Prophecy set. So I know they've released at least two. They released this and A Blade in the Dark, and I don't know if they have any others. But they like open diagonally, but it's super cool because the picture changes. Well, look at that, he's turning into crows. That's fun. Then on the back, it's like, whoa, it's a skeleton. That's crazy. What? It's a skeleton with a wing. That's nuts. And so, yeah, then inside, you get the Prophecy 1, 2, and 3. These are like crazy supernatural horror movies from the 90s with Christopher Walken, where he plays an angel that comes to Earth to kill people and do bad things. And I know I've seen the first two. I don't know if I've seen the third one. I think they made 4 of them, but I don't think Christopher Walken is in the 4th one. But yeah, super pumped to give these a rewatch because it's been a long time since I've seen The Prophecy. So yeah, and in 4K, very exciting. So this one is Fatal Games. It's a slasher movie from the 80s where a dude kills people with a javelin. So track and field killings into it. And then I also have the exclusive slipcover that you got if you donated to Vinegar Syndrome on, I think, April Fool's Day or something. So yeah, definitely pumped to watch this because I don't know if I have any movies where people get killed with javelins. So, hey. And so then these last two, so Vinegar Syndrome has like partner labels, but they also have like different sub-labels within Vinegar Syndrome. So those are all main Vinegar Syndrome releases. Like if you subscribed to Vinegar Syndrome for the year or whatever, like those are all the movies you would get. These other ones are from different labels. Like this is a VSA. I don't know. I don't remember what that means. What VSA stands for. But these are all hand numbered and super limited. This is 5,000. It's a martial arts movie called Eternal Combat. Also, VSAs are top loader or bottom loaders, which is kind of fun. And yeah, I don't know. I'm down with some martial arts action. And then the last one that I have is a VSP. Yet again, I do not know. But what I do know is this movie ruled. I guess, oh yeah, so Prophecy was eBay, Ghost Nursing was eBay, Fatal Games was eBay, Eternal Combat was eBay. This is also eBay. New York Ninja. So, this movie was originally filmed in the 80s. I think it was originally filmed in 1984, if I am not mistaken. And they like ran out of funding or whatever, and so basically like it was all filmed. They ran out of money, weren't able to put sound or edit it, and Vinegar Syndrome found it and finished the movie. So they took that original footage and they got a bunch of actors to like dub it, and they edited it, and like the end result is amazing. And they also gave it just a really amazing box. Like it folds open, it's magnetically sealed. They got I Love New York Ninja in there. Gives you like a book on like the history of this movie. And then you get the movie in a slipcover. New York Ninja. I don't think it... Yeah, it's not 4K. But, yeah, I'm just like... The whole idea of how this came to be is wild. And it's even more wild that the end result was, like, as fun as it was. Because genuinely, like... I don't even know. Like, if this had come out in the 80s, I don't know what like would have come of it, but it just feels like The Room, or like, you know, like Hobo with a Shotgun vibes were kind of there. And like, I don't know, I just thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's got a rad soundtrack. Yeah, I was just cracking up like the entire time. I really loved this. So yeah, that's my my Vinegar Syndrome collection. I got more coming. I'll probably do an update, but I'll probably wait a couple of months or something, just so it's not like, hey, by the way, here's a week later. Here's the rest of my eBay stuff. But I do plan on picking some stuff up in the subscriber week sale, probably. If anything, just some of the stuff that came out around Black Friday that I meant to grab and didn't, and now that the Vinegar Syndrome main site is back up, I can just buy it from them. Because I do want to get Mother's Day, I want to get Existence, however you say it, the weird David Cronenberg movie with the flesh video games. I don't know, Jude Law's in it. And there's some other stuff coming that I like coming out or whatever. I don't know. I got to make another list and figure it out. But yeah, hey, it's a new year. Isn't that fun? It's January 2nd. Well, it'll be the 3rd when this is up. But hey, new year, new you. Ain't that fun? Hope 2023 didn't suck for you guys. It's kind of a rough year for me. Whole thing. Doesn't matter. I'm optimistic about 2024 because what else can you be? I feel like if you go into the year being like, this is going to suck, well, that's what's going to happen, you know? Just try and be optimistic about things. I don't know. I'm not good at doing pep talks, but, you know, hey, watch movies. They'll make you feel good. That's all you got to do. Just watch goofy movies. And then, you know, hey, maybe your life won't suck or whatever. It's good. It's fun. Have fun. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. I'm losing my voice. I was talking for 45 minutes straight. Excellent. Talk to you guys. I'm going through puberty again. Talk to you guys later. Oh my God, I almost sound like the bad guy from The Crow. That's exciting. All right. See ya. Goodbye.